Hello, a Better Lived Life crew. If you have watched even one of my videos, you know that they are far from perfect. There's no editing, no pop-ups, no B-roll, nothing fancy. Why is that? For several months, I put off starting this page because I didn't know what I was doing. I kept saying to myself that I would look up how to do this, watch some video editing tutorials, and then I'd start. Except I kept putting off the research too. Sound familiar? Once I realized that I was putting up too many barriers for my ADHD brain to handle, I stepped back. I had to remind myself that with ADHD, if the task gets too big, it will be harder to start. We already struggle with new tasks. Why was I making it harder than it needed to be? Besides, when I started watching the videos about how to edit, a lot assumed I already knew something about videos. I was starting from near zero. I could operate the basic functions on my camera, on my smartphone. That was it. I didn't like being reminded of how little I knew, and it was becoming harder and harder in my brain. It was getting bigger, and I was getting more anxious. So I made a left turn. As Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. I repeat that to myself over and over again. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Then I filmed video 1. Now I had something to work with while figuring out YouTube. I had to sort out a few things to rename my account and publish a video, but I Googled how, and I kept working through one issue at a time. And doing is the best way to learn. Succeeding is more memorable than watching a video. So I chose to let the video quality be terrible for now. I'll work on it. I promise. But I decided to start getting content out there and learn videography as I go. On this journey, I'm also learning how to write scripts and how to create content on something resembling a reasonable pattern. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. Done is better than perfect. At least 95% of the things we do in life just need to be done. It doesn't need to be perfect. Perfection takes too much time and energy, and we will never get where we want to be in life if we are tripped up every time trying to be perfect where it doesn't need to exist. Save the energy for areas of your life that are worth striving for near perfection. We will never be perfect. It's a hard lesson to learn for those of us with perfectionist tendencies. We need to consciously stop and ask ourselves, does this task need to be done or perfect? Maybe you are trying to learn to be a world-class musician. Then it is worth the effort to try to be as close to perfect as possible with your playing and skill. But spending too much time and energy making the bed, composing emails, cleaning, tying our shoes, impressing others will drain us of the energy for our true goals. Aim for done. Say it to yourself. Perfect is the enemy of done. Perfect gets in the way of completing a task. It slows everything down. It makes you and the people around you miserable. The people who love us would rather we show up at the potluck or the barbecue with an imperfect dish than show up the next day with a perfect dish, but the party's over. Show up done, not perfect. Perfect is the enemy of done. Perfect is the enemy of done. Now, good luck. Go forth and do great things.